guys, it's Alex, and welcome back to our third episode of Let's Talk. Hope you guys are ready, and let me know in the comments below if there's any suggestions, and what is your opinion on all these topics we're going to go through. Mainly going to be the NFL draft, but we have a lot of topics to go under and cover. So let's get right into it. Starting with the NFL draft, we're going to talk about how the Browns pick, because usually they've been known for really bad draft days and picking the wrong players. But is this the year they finally won the draft or finally got the right pick? As they selected Myles Garrett first overall, and also Jabril Peppers and David Njoku in their first round, and also selected the quarterback of DeShone Kizer in the second round. They figured out their quarterback situation. It's either going to be Cody Kessler, Brock Osweiler, or now Kizer. Which, with Hugh Jackson, they could at least develop someone. Yeah, now they have another good target with David Njoku. But once they drafted him, they released Gary Barnidge, who I thought would be perfect for Njoku to learn under, and they will be a pretty good dynamic duo for tight end. I didn't really like that cutting, but probably more reasons to it, and they really have high expectations for Njoku. And on the defensive side, they are developing some good talent now with Myles Garrett, who should be what everyone thinks he is, the best player in the draft. Him, Joe Hayden, Jabril Peppers can be played anywhere. But with Peppers, I'm very worried about what happened in the past with other first-round picks, that when they take a risky player, and most of the time it hasn't really worked out and became a buzz. Pepper has the potential to be great, but he has a very good potential to go become a buzz. But let's see what happens. Let's see how he develops in Cleveland, and hopefully they play good. I project they are going to do better than last year, maybe go 4 to 5 wins. But in a couple of seasons, if they keep developing like they did this year or this offseason in the draft, they should be being a little bit better. Might go for the 500th mark and maybe get in a playoff spot in a few years. Not now, not anytime soon. But I think that they're going on the right path. And then here comes the next team. The Bears traded up for the second pick, even though they had a third, to select Mitchell Trubisky. And they also traded a lot of assets to the 49ers, which I think the 49ers absolutely won that trade, to get Trubisky. Let me know how you pronounce it. I'm not really good at it. But why did they select him? They just signed Mike Glennon to a huge deal this offseason, and now they just went around with their second round, or a second overall pick and get him, who hasn't been proven. He just is a prototype player, but only played 13 games in the NCAA. I don't understand this pick, as they could have at least given Mike Glennon more options. Could have drafted a wide receiver, could have done a lot more. Could have gone for John Ross, Mike Williams, whoever, Corey Davis, and give Glennon more options, but instead you give him something else. So what are you going to do, bench the second overall pick, or are you going to bench the person you just signed for a mega deal? I didn't like that, but let me know what you think the Bears did. I don't think they won that trade. I think they did not draft well based on the quarterback pick. And then the Chiefs trade up a lot from 27th to 10th to get Texas Tech quarterback Patrick Mahomes III, who I think might be the best quarterback coming out of this draft. And now he's going to be under Alex Smith and their head coach. And I think he'll be a great successor. I think he's in good shape, and I think he's in the right place to succeed. Now with him and Tyreek Hill and Jerry Maclin will be forming a good duo in the future with Mahomes. I think he will be very good, and hopefully that trade would work, as I also think he was one of the top quarterbacks in this draft. And let me know if you think that was a good trade and pick by Kansas City. And then we're going to get into the Buccaneers, who took the player I wanted the Giants to take so badly and trade up for. They selected O.J. Howard, the tight end from Alabama, who I think will be Rookie of the Year for offense. This man did amazing things at Alabama, and it just is the perfect fit for the Buccaneers. They were the last team in the NFL with for tight ends. They had the worst tight ends. Couldn't get anything out of them. And now they got O.J. Howard, who's going to be something big. Him, James Winston, Deshaun Jackson, Doug Martin, Mike Evans, all of them players, they're going to form a fantastic offense. I think they were a fantastic pick. I think that was a great move by Tampa Bay. Even though I'm a little salty that the Giants didn't get him, instead they got the Engram guy. But let me know who you think is going to be Rookie of the Year, offensively and defensively, but that's going to be my pick. Not Leonard Fournette, not Christian McCaffrey. I think it's going to be O.J. Howard. That's just going to be a hot take. And then the 49ers. No one thought they were going to do really good this draft, but damn did they finesse the crap out of the Chicago. They got plenty of assets. In the 31st, they got Reuben Foster, who was supposed to be a top 15 pick. This was a great pick if his shoulder injury isn't as bad as what most teams have looked at it. Because once he dropped to the 31st, my first question was, how severe is this injury? Because this does not seem good. And there has to be more reasons why he wasn't picked earlier. Because no way it was just because he wasn't talented enough. He was probably one of the best linebackers. A lot of teams were looking at him. But then he gets dropped to the end of the first round. It seems like 49ers won that trade if his injury isn't as bad as most of us know of. If there's another surgery he has to go through, or what else. There's a lot of potential, but there's a lot of things that we don't know that's going on behind the stage. And let's see what happens and if 49ers did do good on that pick. And now we're going to get to the controversial picks. The Raiders selected Garon Conley in the 24th pick in the first round. He was accused of raping a girl days before the draft. Even though there is no charges, it's just an allegation. And what they say is you're innocent before proven guilty. And he made a big statement saying he was innocent. He says there's a video proof that he's innocent. There's bystanders there that said he was innocent. So this looks like could be a L. Collins kind of thing where he got accused of murder and went undrafted. But was just not true. This could be a great pick for the Raiders because he's a top cornerback and he'll fit in well with them. But if these accusations are true and he does get charged, this would be that's very bad. But now let's get into an actual case that has been proven guilty. It was with Joe Mixon. It was the domestic violence case, getting picked by Cincinnati in the second round. He was obviously one of the top-rated running backs in the draft. He would have been like a easy top first rounder. But everyone saw the video of him punching the woman, and all these domestic violence case. 28 teams took him off their board, but only 4 of them remained. And Cincinnati got a lot of hate for it, but they did select him. I'm more curious about where he fits due to the fact they have Giovanni Bernard and Jeremy Hill in the backfield. Now they got crowded, and if this could be a very bad PR move, and anything that we don't know what's going to happen in the locker room when he arrives. But let me know if you think he should have been picked in the draft, or if the Bengals did good drafting him. And then last but not least, in the NFL drafts, we're going to go with the Vikings as they drafted Dalvin Cook in the first round. Second round. I thought he was going to be a first round pick, but he dropped to the second round. Now they have their replacement to AP, but this raises another question about they did sign Latavius Murray to a 3-year deal this offseason, so how does that work out with Latavius and Dalvin Cook, both really good running backs? And it should be a really good backfield. And now they can replace AP who went to New Orleans. And now let's get into the NBA. In the playoffs, we have the most exciting series of them all, with the Clippers versus the Jazz heading into Game 7. This is going back and forth, and this just reminds me of how, just like the Capitals are playing the Penguins, how the Clippers and Capitals are so similar. They are always great in the regular season, always get top, always look great, never change a thing with their team, but once it hits the playoffs, they just suck. If the Clippers go out first round and the Capitals go out against the Penguins, there's something wrong with them. I think Clippers might have to stop or not re-sign Blake Griffin and let him go. I think if the Capitals don't make it, they need to change something too. Both of those teams are highly talented and they should be competing in finals all the year, but they never seem to hold it. And if this is the case and Clippers do lose and the Capitals don't beat the Penguins, let me know what you think they should do as franchises and how to rebuild or restructure what they're doing. In soccer news, or football, whatever you want to call it, we had even I'm a week late. We have the El Clasico as Barcelona beat Madrid thanks to a Lionel Messi incredible goal in the last minute. Sergio Roberto went up 80 yards, incredible run, gave it off to Andre Gomez, and then Gomez gave it to Jordi Alba, then laid it off to Messi, and he scored a great goal, second of the day. And this leads me to ask, who's the best player in the world? Is it Messi or is it Ronaldo? Right now, both of them are playing incredible. But then it also gives me questions of who's going to win La Liga and who's going to win Champions League. I think La Liga, I think Real Madrid get it because they just beat Valencia and they still have a game in hand against Barca. And both schedules look fairly easy and they should win them out. And then Champions League, I think it's going to be Juventus this year due to the fact their defense is incredible. And Real Madrid are either going to have to focus on Champions League or the title because they haven't won the title in years. And then they are facing Atletico Madrid, who aren't really going after the title, going after the Champions League. So it'll be a good matchup. I think Juve do win it in the end. And I'm also a Juve fan, not trying to be biased, but I think their defense is just incredible. Like they say, defense wins championships. Let me know who you think is going to win Champions League and La Liga this year. And also, that news that happened today is Sunderland got relegated. After years of always fighting, like getting like miracles, especially last year with Sam Allardyce, of coming out of the PPL and like somehow surviving and not getting relegated. They finally did it with David Moyes, not the best coach, and every year they say the same thing. Who else is going to score other than Jermaine Defoe? And no one did, and it was just too late for anything to happen. They lost against Bournemouth, and now they're gone. Let me know when you think they're going to be promoted again, or if they're going to get promoted anytime soon. And last, for soccer news, we have Bayern winning Bundesliga. Congrats to them. They won it again, and thanks to a win over Wolfsburg. And let me know, who will be the team that competes against Bayern to get the Bundesliga title anytime? What year? What team? Will it be Leipzig? Would it be Dortmund? Would it be Hoffenheim? Let me know. Even though, because now Bayern took away two of the best players from Hoffenheim, and they're always known to do this, but there's a lot of great players in Bundesliga, and I can't wait to see next year and who's going to win it. And for the last argument I'm making, or last topic, is going to be in baseball with the New York Yankees. You saw the opening day vlog. You also saw one of the highlights as Aaron Judge did hit a home run. When I was at that game, I was talking to some people. I was talking to my family. I said, Aaron Judge reminds me of Giancarlo Stanton, and I think he's going to be a huge asset in the future for the Yankees. He hit 2 home runs in their incredible comeback from being down 9-1 to win it 14-11 in extra innings. And now the Yankees have the best record in MLB, and they look unstoppable, or look fantastic. Starting rotation looks great. All their young players are playing fantastic. Now they got Didi Gregorius back, and they have very great assets all around them. And let me know who is going to be the best team in MLB, because right now the Cubs are struggling. The Yankees are surging. Who else do you think are going to be great? Do you think the Yankees are going to go far or make the playoffs? Let me know in the comments below. That's going to be it for today's video of Let's Talk. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this, and leave a like if you enjoy it. If there's any suggestions or your opinions, please leave them in the comments below. Hope you guys are having a good day, and peace.